Welcome to Structural Analysis 2 video lecture. So in this video lecture I am going to discuss a small basic problem of continuous beams. The analysis is made by using stiffness matrix method. So this is one of the matrices methods we have. So this is called as stiffness matrix method, and also it is called as displacement method or equilibrium method. So coming to a few basics of this method, the first point that we can discuss is that in this method the basic unknowns are displacement components of various joints. So here we have to find the displacements of various joints. So how the displacements are found, with which method it is found, is briefly explained in this video. So you can download the PDF of this in the description, as the link is provided in the description. And coming to the video, and the degree of kinematic indeterminacy is identified, like how we are identifying the degree of static indeterminacy for flexibility matrix method. In the same manner, we have to identify the degree of kinematic indeterminacy here to know the size of a matrix. And the general matrix form will be in the shape of K into delta is equal to P minus PL. K, delta, P and PL are the matrices accordingly. So coming to this problem, we have analyzed the continuous beam as shown in the figure by displacement method. Sometimes the stiffness is not given directly in the problem, in the question. So displacement method is given in the question. So the same problem is shown in the previous video also, but that is using flexibility matrix. So this is using displacement matrix method. Now we have, this is a continuous beam of UDL 60 kilonewton per meter up to 4 meter unit run, and 100 kilonewton point load which is acting centrally here. So coming to the degree of freedom or degree of kinematic indeterminacy, so this has the degree of freedom. A roller support has a degree of freedom has 2, because it can move forward, that is 1, and it can rotate as it likes. But whereas fixed beam, as we have 3 reaction components well known for us, these 3 reaction components are there, so it cannot move forward. There is no freedom for fixed beam to move forward, and there is no freedom to move upwards, because already a reaction is there and it cannot rotate. So the degree of freedom for a fixed beam will be 0. For a fixed support is 0, whereas for roller support we have 2 degrees of freedom, and here as given in the problem at C also this is a roller support and we have 2 degrees of freedom. So the degrees of freedom for an individual roller support will be 2, whereas for a fixed support will be 0, but provided here we don't have any horizontal reaction or mainly horizontal load acting on this the given continuous beam. So the degree of freedom along this horizontal at B and C are neglected, and only the degree of freedom against the rotation at B and rotation at C, movement at B and movement at C are considered. That's it. So the DKI, degree of kinematic indeterminacy, is 2. The degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 2. So the matrix will be 2 by 2 matrix. Right? Yes. Next. So the fully restrained structure is drawn. So when you can observe, released structure is drawn for flexibility. And if you observe, released, the name itself we are giving flexible to the particular thing. So in the same manner here, restrained is stiff, giving we are restraining it to the thing. So we are drawing the restrained structure here. So what is restrained? Restrained means we are having fixed supports as usual. Here we are drawing restrained structure for this beam. So how it will be, let us see. So 1 and 2 coordinates are selected here because we don't know any 2 points there. So degrees of freedom are identified there. So we are selecting there only at B and C. Next, the fully restrained structure can be drawn as. So the fully restrained means at A, irrespective of the support given in the question, we are adding at A as a fixed end, and at B as also fixed end, and C is also fixed end here. Okay, C is also a fixed end. We can draw, we can take it now or no, but this is a restrained structure. This is we have to draw for sure. So later we have to find MFAB, moment, fixed end moment of the given restraint structure. That is MFAB is equal to minus WL square by 12 and MFBA is equal to WL square by 12. As usual, these are the equations that we know in the fixed beams problem. And MFBC we have minus WL by 8, we have minus WL by 8, and MFCB as plus WL by 8 as common thing, right? So this is what we know actually. And the forces here we have to consider as moments. The moments can also be called as forces, and forces are also termed as moments in the stiffness and flexibility matrix method. The forces developed in the coordinate directions due to the given loads are P1L is equal to 80 minus 37.5. So where does this 80 come? So this is here. So MFBA minus MFBC. This is coordinate 1, right? At coordinate 1, that is at B. So what are the forces developed? We have two forces, that is two moments. At B, what are the equilibrium is nothing but the sum of these two. The sum of these two will give the equilibrium, and the final forces are 80 minus 37.5. In the same manner, for 2L, that is at this end, at end C, we have only one moment, that is taken as 37.5 as usual. So that is taken directly. So that is 37.5. So the forces developed in the coordinate directions are 80 minus 37.5, that is 42.5, and P2L is equal to 37.5 as usual we are taking. Next, to find the stiffness matrix, it is assembled using the slope deflection equations. So the stiffness matrix is assembled using the slope deflection equations. So these are important in finding the stiffness matrix. So let's go to the point. So first thing, there in the previous we had a unit force, but here we have to have unit displacement in the coordinate direction 1. We have two coordinates as we know, so we are providing a unit displacement, that means theta. Theta is provided as 1. There the forces are provided, that is moment we have done in the previous problem. Here we are providing theta. Okay, this is unit displacement in coordinate direction 1. So this is the unit displacement. Next, so from the above figure, theta B will be 1, and now the forces develop the coordinate system 1 and 2 are found. So we use the slope deflection equation, and remember only we are dealing with the unit displacement. Okay, unit displacement, no other forces, that is moment, are found. So here when you look after, this is K and not M. If it is M here, M is equal to, if it is M, we are writing M plus 2A by L theta A plus theta B minus delta as usual here in slope deflection equation. But here we are dealing only with thetas, so we are writing here as K and ignoring these two moments here. Later we are going to deal with these two moments, but here we are considering only K, so consider only theta A. So this is first span and this is second span. So these are the general slope deflection equations that we know. So K11 is equal to EI by L theta A plus 2 theta B minus 0, and coming to the second span, 2 EI by L 2 theta B plus theta C minus 0. So this is how it is completed, and we get 7 EI by 3, and in the same manner K21, so just we are taking 2 EI by 3 theta A plus theta 2 theta C minus 0. So we know that theta A and theta C are 0 since they are fixed, okay, and theta B is 1 as we have taken the equation, sorry, the rotation to be 1, that is displacement, and unit displacement in coordinate direction 2. So similarly, so when we do this K12 is equal to EA by 3 2 theta B plus 2 theta C minus 0. So this is also similarly to the above step, these two steps. So please write please write in a notebook while we are watching this video. That makes easy, and also I have provided you the link to download this PDF. So we have K11, K12, K21 and K22. So now just we are substituting the K values in this 2 by 2 stiffness matrix, in this 2 by 2 stiffness matrix, and find final forces at directions 1 and 2 are 0. So the forces are 0 because there are no horizontal forces and no other forces that are influencing this. So we have taken directly as 0. In the coming questions, let us have some forces. Next, so writing these K values and delta values like this in the given question. So this K into delta is equal to P minus PL. Yeah. So substituting these values 7 EA by 3, 2 EA by 3, 2 EA by 3 and 4 EA by 3, and delta 1 and delta 2, 0 minus 42.5, 0 minus 31.5. Later EA by 3 is taken as common, 7, 2, 2, 4. We are writing them as usual, and we are going to delta 1 and delta 2 here, and doing it in the same manner. 3 by EA, 7 to 2, 4, taking inverse of it, minus 42.5 minus 31.5. So delta 1 delta 2 is equal to, so here again we are going for 1 by AD minus BC, AD minus BC, AD minus BC. So here it is a small mistake, this is 7 to 4. Yeah, so 4 minus 2 minus 7, and this is what, so we get the values of delta 1 and delta 2. Okay, we get the values of delta 1 and delta 2, and these delta 1 and delta 2 are accordingly theta B and theta C, and from the beam theta A will be 0 because the continuous beam, the theta A is given as 0. Next, and from the beam theta is 0, we know, yes, and MAB is equal to, we know that the final moments we have to calculate from the slopes or deflections what we get. So here the theta A is the slope, so that is displacement or slope whatever here. So we are finding it in by using the general slope deflection equation as MAB and MBA here, and MBC in the same manner, and MCB. So this is the calculation that is done in general by using slope deflection equation. So the final moments we get are MAB, MBA, MBC and MCB as shown here. So MCB is 0, MAB is minus 85, MBA is 68 and MBC is minus 68.125. So this is what regarding small video by using stiffness matrix method or displacement method or equilibrium method, right? So this is what regarding stiffness matrix method hope you have liked this video. Please share the videos to your friends and your juniors and seniors, because I hope that the videos made here are very simple to understand, and I am providing the PDFs of the same, as many students are asking me to provide videos and what we say, sorry, not videos, they are asking me to provide the things of this of PDFs. Okay, thank you very much. Hope everyone have liked this video. Please share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.